Hello, Klaus here, and welcome back to yet another video here at the channel. It is so lovely to have you back here. In today's video, we're going to have a look at something quite amazing from MotionVFX because we are in the month of November, and in November they are running a sale with amazing discounts, 30% off different bundles and packs. And of course, if you use for $100, there will be a free pack for you to download as well. Quick disclaimer, MotionVFX did send me some packs to talk about, but other than that, the opinion of the MotionVFX are always my own, and I'm not paid to say anything specific. However, if you like some of the packs and want to have the deals, you can use the link down in the description below. It is an affiliation link, so I'll get a little bit of kickback, and that's very nice for the channel, so I can continue to make more content like this. So in this video, we're going to have a look at a pack from a fellow YouTuber, iJustine, which are doing tech reviews on YouTube, and her style is the opposite of mine. Her style is more like Apple-like, clean and stuff like that. But anyway, she did a pack together with MotionVFX, and in this video we're going to have a look at just how that is looking, what is in the pack, and is this a pack for a content creator like you, or should you find something else? So let's get right to the video. Okay, so here we are in DaVinci Resolve looking at the mKeynote, and this is actually a pretty huge pack. It has a lot of different things, so I'll just quickly run you through them. So first up, to find the first part of the effects, we'll go up to Effects, we'll go into Titles, and I'm going to MotionVFX here, and then I'll go into my Keynote. And in my Keynote, I actually have boards, and boards are what they sound like. Different boards you can use in your videos. You have different looks, and they all can do different things, or they can give you different informations. And as usually, you can select the clip, go up to the inspector, and in the inspector we have a bunch of controls here. So we can of course go into the content control. We can again change the position, the scale, and the rotation. We can go into the avatar control, and that is this avatar we have here. We can put in our own image if we want to do that, and then we can change the position, making this board look just the way we want it. Also, we can go into the header controls, which is this right here. We can change that to whatever we want, or we can remove it. Change the fonts, color, sizing, all of that good stuff. Then we have a titles control, which is this big one, the speed test. And of course, we can take that off, change the fonts, all of that again. We have a footer control, which is the excellent text we have right here. We can put that on and off and change font, all of that. Then we have the percentage control, which is the percentage controlled here. And of course, we can scale that, take it off, do all of these different things. And of course, we can also change the position and stuff like that. Then we have the process bar control, and here we can remove the process bar if we don't want it, change colors, all of that stuff. We can also change the percentage here. If we go into this, and we can just dial this up to, let's say, 95 or whatever, 100. And then we have this going from 0 to 100%, which is super excellent speed test, I believe. And then again, we can change the position of the process bar wherever we want. We have some background controls. For instance, that is this color of this. We can change that, or we can remove that, whatever we want. We also have a drop shadow, and actually you can't see the drop shadow, so I'm just going to take the effect one layer up, and I'll go into my effects here. I'll go into a generator. I'm just going to put in a generator underneath, and I'm going to change the color of that to, let's say, grayish, so we can actually see what the drop shadow does. So it's actually here, and it looks pretty neat. Of course, we can change the settings, or we can remove it entirely if we do not want it. And the cool things, these boards are so customizable. You can do whatever you want with them, which is kind of cool. So let's go to the next one, which is the call to action. Here you can engage your audience to do different things, tap buttons and stuff like that. And you know, they are pretty good. And of course, you have all of the same settings. If you go into the different ones, you have all the same controls. You can change whatever you want, like you could do with the boards, more or less. At least you can change the content. You have some text control and a element control. And the element being, for instance, this button here, you can remove all of those, customize the colors to whatever you want. Also included in the pack are infographics. All kinds of graphics that are going to tell you statistic and stuff like that. And of course, all of those can be customized just the way you want them. There is a bunch of controls. And I think in all of the different packs from MotionVFX, this is one of the packs who has most controls, and it's insane the amount of customizability you can do in this pack. There are so many things here to do. So let's go to the next one. The next one is logos, and there are 3 of them in this pack, and in here you can customize all of the different settings. Here you have a control, again, making the ability to change the position, the scale, and the rotation. We also have a logo text control. And in the logo text control, you can either choose to use a text or you can use a logo. If you're using a logo, you can just browse that and make that fit into your text. Also, you can actually, and that's what I like about MotionVFX, you can do, for instance, take 2 of the same effect here and put in your own logo on the one, and on the other layer you are going to change the text. And I did a couple of examples of all the 3 different things. All of these are done by combining different elements together, so you have something looking just like this by combining your logo and a text. Here I'm just doing the exact same thing, a logo and a text, and on the third one here I'm just adding in a logo here, and then I'm using another plugin from MotionVFX. It is the M16mm, which I did a review on. You can have a look at that right up here in the top corner. For the next one, we're going to have a look at the miscellaneous ones, which are just different stuff you can go in and customize, like watch. And we have, again, a thing here. Different stuff you can go in and customize. Again, let's take this one here. I think that is pretty cool. And again, you can go into the inspector and you have content controls, icon controls, and drop shadow. Again, customize this the way you want. So the next one is Typography, and that is just a bunch of text and movements, and that's, again, super great. These are more or less done if you're doing tech reviews, I guess, so maybe not so usable for people doing tutorials, but maybe. And again, if you go into the inspector, you have content controls, again, controlling the position, the scale, and the rotation. You have text controls, changing the text into what you want, and you have an element control. In this case, this is a pointer, which is right here. We can take that on and off, like so, if we want that, and you can scale it. There's drop shadow, all of that good stuff. And there is a bunch of different here, so really there is a lot to dive into. And there is also a couple of just normal titles, as you have here now. And again, all of these can be changed and customized, of course, like you could do in all of the other things inside of the inspector. Pretty nice little title pack here we can use as well. So the next thing is backgrounds, and the backgrounds are actually in the effects here, or under effects, and I'm going to find my keynote here. We have them right here, different backgrounds you can use for instance, again, we're going to have a background here moving, and perhaps you are going to take a background and you're going to take like a text and put that on top. So you have something like this. You are a pro. The backgrounds are great for text if you want to add some unique look to your text, and they are very different and yeah, cool to have them, I think. The next thing we are going to do is placeholders. So a placeholder is working in this way. You're going to add in a clip. In this case, I did this clip here with this car here. And, you know, Then you could add in different placeholders. I'm just going to select the clip here and I'll go into the effects here in the inspector. And here I have a content control. Again, changing the position, the scale, and the rotation. We have a media control. And then, of course, you can add in different medias so you can fill out all of the drop zones. Pretty logic. And of course you also have a drop shadow controls. I can't show that because I don't have a different background, but of course you could do the same as I did earlier by adding in a solid color, changing the color, and then you're going to see all of the drop shadows. You also have the ability to blur your drop shadow. Pretty normal and basic stuff. And the last thing is added in is actually transitions, and of course the transitions are to be found in the video transitions. And, I can just search for my MotionVFX, and here I have my different ones from the keynote, and there is 8 of them, and this is how they all look. So pretty cool little transitions you can use for your videos. And of course, all of these transitions are yet again customizable. So it is pretty useful to have a tool like this in your toolbox, I guess. Overall, this is a great pack from MotionVFX. It's filled with great tools that can enhance your video production. Anyway, I do hope you found this little video useful. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share it with your friends if you think it would help them out, and if you want to be notified every time there's a new video on this channel, please hit that bell icon down in the corner. Until next time, keep filming, keep learning, and keep sharing.